Collector's Corner here. Today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Sideways. So there is his box. Let's take a close look. Here's a nice picture of Sideways in road mode, Sideways in bike mode. There's Sideways inside. It's a bit dusty, but he is in there. Age of the Prime, Sideways on the side. That same picture of Sideways. Pretty nice. With the Autobot logo. So no Decepticon logo. Okay, Transformers Age of the Prime Sideways. On the side, 13 Primes, still all in one. He is a Voyager class. On the top, Sideways. On the bottom, just legal stuff. On the back, product shots. There are his Unicrons. Sideways in robot mode with his staffs there. Bats, pipes, whatever. Bike mode. He does have 23 steps, and there he is with mirror riding bike mode. Yeah, that is it for Sideways. So let's get him out of the box and see what he's actually like. There he is in his robot mode. Pretty nice looking. It does remind you of the original one, but we'll see that in a bit. Let's look at him close up, shall we? There's his head sculpt with the visor done in metallic blue. Nice gold paint for the face. Purple all the way down. It does get nice black windshield. Done in very dark but still slightly translucent plastic. And his Decepticon logo, which we'll talk about in a bit. Nothing much for the shoulders, just purple with the ports there. Down the arms, some silver for the wrists here. Purple for the, gauntlets, arm covers. It's got gray hands. Black for the crotch, gray legs, some more of that gold, mustardy gold yellow on the shins, and the little feet are just black, and they're very oddly shaped, and you'll see why in a bit. On the back, without the rest of the accessories, it's kind of okay. Got some molding and detail there. More detail for the legs, for the back of the legs. Yeah, not bad. But yeah, it's interesting what it is. So articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you can look all the way up. You can look slightly down, but you can untab the head from the port, and you can look further down into his chest if you really wanted to. Can rotate all the way around, and he does get some side to side. He does have some shoulder rotation. It can move up. Does get a bicep swivel. He does get 90 degrees of elbow bend. Mine's a little stiff, but it can bend. Collector's Corner of the Future here. Forgot to mention that he does have swiveling wrists, so you can rotate the wrist. And due to how he transforms, you open the panel slightly. He can move the hand back slightly. It is technically on a ball joint in there. So there. Now back to the review. Bye. You get waist rotation. Can kick all the way up and all the way back, and some. Can kick out all the way and much more than that. It does get a thigh rotation, and it gets 90 degrees of knee bend. And the toes, the feet, they're on a rotation and a hinge. So you get ankle tilt. Pretty nice ankle tilt and rotation. They can't point down, they can't point up, but they can rotate and tilt. Yeah. pretty nice little articulation, much better than his previous self, because that one was very stiff. So, accessories. Let's go on to accessories. Well, he's got quite a few. So, accessories, he's got quite a few. All of this comes in the box, separate from him. And yeah, let's see what he's got. So he has his front tire with the tire cover. And he does, he does get brakes, very nicely sculpted brakes. Nice mustardy gold there with black stripes. And nicely sculpted wheels, they do spin. And he's got his back wheel, same thing. Same sculpt, and also the brakes. Yeah. And you want to come back here to the back of sideways. And you want to tab this here, like so. And you want to tab the front wheel. You want to make sure the cover is pulled up. Sorry. Pulled up like that. Tab it. And then you can tap it in and it will sit in that notch on his shoulder. Like that. And there you have sideways with his wheels. He also has two of these, which are his exhausts for bike mode, or sticks, beating sticks in broad order, if you will. And the original figure, they used to be shooting missiles, but this guy doesn't have that, so they're just like beating sticks, and he can hold them in his hands like sticks or pipes, if you will. And they can be plugged in to these ports on his wrists here, on top of the wrists, where they should be for bike mode. So yeah, we'll just leave them there. There he is with his beating sticks. He also gets two parts of his Unicrons, legs and arms. We'll see how those look in a bit. And he gets mirror. Mirror comes combined in the box. You can see it at the bottom of the box. He's right there. And yeah, mirror is kind of nice. There you have his nice silver face. Very nice silver face. He does get open hands that are sculpted in a way to hold the handlebars, so they are sculpted like that. And you can rotate the arms, but yeah, look weird. Yeah, gets nice, in this case red for the shins. The original one had purple shins, but I'm not sure if that was the manufacturing defect, manufacturing error one, or if the error one was the one with the red ones. I can't remember. But we'll see that here for comparison, if you will. Here is the original. And you can see he's quite a bit taller than the new one. Quite a bit taller than the new one. Yeah, he's got purple shins instead of red. He misses out on the red paint apps on the chest. Yeah. For articulation on mirror, his head does not move. Well, it kind of moves back for transformation. His shoulders are on ball joints, so they can move around and move out. His elbows are on ball joints, so they can move in and out and bend 90 degrees. Nothing at the wrists, they're pre-posed, as I said, like that. He has technically a waist, but you have to fold this piece down and rotate it like so. He's got ball jointed hips, so you can kick forward, kick back, kick out all the way, and it's kind of rotates a bit. He has ball jointed knees. They can bend 90 degrees or rotate at the knee. And he's got ankle joints. Toe can point up. His toe can point down, but there's no tilt. So, to turn the mirror into Rook and Crosswise, you want to come back here and fold down this section. That's the face. You want to untab each section, and then you have legs and a torso. For Rook, you want to fold the combined mode head back, and this exposes the new head, and you want to take the black legs here and peg them in to the bottom, and there you have Rook in what mode? Got nice red eyes, and the face just sitting there on his chest, and he gets sculpted feet, which don't actually move or anything. Articulation, he gets the articulation from mirror, the arms. He does get a waist, but that's it. No head movement, no leg movement. Yeah, he's very stiff there. And for Crosswise, you take the bottom part, you want to rotate the legs around, lower legs around that ball joint, bring it over here, and then you want to take this section, which are the arms, and in this position you want to slide it in that slider. It's got that little lip there that you want to slide into that plate, and there you go. And there is Crosswise. There's this little face. Yes, he gets the big face on his chest also. Articulation-wise, nothing at the head, nothing at the arms, nothing at the waist, but he does get the legs, so you bring this up, he can kick forward, he can kick back, and yeah, out. The arms get in the way because he can't move, so yeah, no out movement because of that. And yeah, got the knees and the ankles. Yeah, kind of limited. Of course, what you want to do always is to keep him in mirror mode, because that's how he looks best. So we'll do that again. And when you keep him in mirror mode, you ask, well, what do I do with these things? Well, you can take the hands, and again, he's got little slots there, so you can slot it in. And he's got this little peg, which can be held by mirror in his hand, like a gun. Big, weird looking gun. Or you can hold them as two separate guns. Still very weird looking guns, but he can actually do this. So, there. There they are, two guns. Weird looking guns, but he can't hold them. Now, for combination with sideways, you want to, of course, remove the legs off of Rook. Extend out his hands, his arms, and rotate his hands up to form his handlebars. Then you want to come here with sideways. You want to untab his chest piece. You want to untab his head from the port there, and you want to fold back his handlebars and push the head in, and then tab the chest back in, and then you can bring in Rook And tap him in there. And there he is. In the command Rook mode. And yes, you can switch his faction symbol to an Autobot symbol there. And we'll get in too close to his face. There's his face. Silver mouthplate, very evil looking red eyes, even though he's supposed to be the Autobot head, but hey. And yeah, he can still rotate. That's it. And for crosswise, you want to slide out the hands, the arms, and you want to pop him in, and again, rotate out the handlebars like so. And there you have crosswise. And of course, we want to bring back the Decepticon logo. There is crosswise. He's got gold eyes, gray face. And he can also rotate, but he has the benefit of hinge, so his face can actually look down if you really want to. But yeah, there they are. There you have it with crosswise. And yeah, they look very different, very different. He's got pink eyes, he's got yellow eyes, you know. Here they are with the book. And one last thing you can do is, yes, you can swap heads. So you can, your 5mm report. So just fold the arms here on the original, fold it back, and you can tap it in there, and there you have swapped rooks. Swapped rooks. And you can do the same thing with crosswise if you want to. And there you go. They can use each other's heads if you really wanted to do that. For comparison, here he is with the original Rook, which doesn't like to stay together anymore, but there it is. Original Rook, original mirror. Here's the new mirror. Why won't you stand? Here he is with a Titan Master for size comparison. And here he is with some Seed or Earthrise, I think these are Earthrise Micromasters. Here he is with some Micromasters. You can see he's about the size of a Micromaster, maybe slightly taller than a Micromaster at the head, but just about. Not quite the size of the original Unicron Commander, and much taller than a Titan Master. So yeah. So for comparison with Sideways, here is with the other Armada Voyager, Red Alert. Here he is with his buddy Wheeljack, aka Rampage. Here he is with Hotshot. Here he is with the original Deluxe Class Prime, and he's slightly taller than the original Deluxe Class Prime. Yeah, the big Prime is currently combined with Jetfire, and I'm not going to take them apart, so yeah. You get the deluxe one. And last but not least, here he is with Legacy Commander Class Armada Prime, and yes, he's a bit taller. He should be. Yeah. Look good together. Can't wait for Mega Zarak to make him come out and make him company. So that's it for. Oh, we were missing the most important comparison, and here he is with the original Sideways. And yes, he's taller than the original Sideways. He also has a lot more articulation than the original Sideways. So yeah. Also, the paint scheme is inverted. I think it's using the Japanese paint scheme for Sideways. But this has the yellow chest and purple sides. This guy has the yellow sides and purple chest, technically. But yeah, there they are together. And yes, he has a much narrower face than he does because, well, his needs to go down into his chest for the gimmick. And you can check the full review of this guy on the little gadget up there, the widget. I reviewed it a couple weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I don't know. But it's right there. Link in the description too, and in the pinned comment below. So go watch the review of this guy. So that is it for comparison. So we can move on to transformation. Hi, if you're liking this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. It really helps us out. Now back to the review. Thank you. For transformation, what you want to do is untap his shoulders from his chest. You want to bring out his chest here. Untap his head from the port there. Rotate his handlebar horns back a little. And then just bring down his head into his chest. And rotate the whole thing around like so. Keep it there for now. You want to have these kind of move forward so this has room to swing around. You want to rotate the tires down so they're straight, like so. Then you want to rotate the centerpiece around so it's vertical, like so. It's very tight on mine, and yeah, these will keep popping off because of course it will, like so. Like so. I think that's straight enough. Yes. Then you want to come back here to the front, and you want to tab that tab into that slot, like so. And we can come back to the legs here. You want to open up the panels. You want to rotate the foot up and rotate it around like so. You want to come up to the other leg, open the panel, rotate the foot, rotate it up, and there's a little hook tab right there that you want to push out. It's kind of stiff on mine. There you go. There's a little hook tab you want to pull out. So now this round. Like that. There's a little hook tab. Now you want to collapse the legs and you want to keep the knees straight. Don't bend the knees. You want to collapse this whole thing in to the leg, like so, and close up the shin panel. Same thing on the other side. Collapse the leg. Keep the knees straight. Collapse it in. Close the panel, and now you want to hook. The little hook tab will go into that slot right there. So you want to come up from above and the hook tab from below to hook it in, like so. They'll tab in together all the way. That rear tire will slot into those two slots between the saddlebags, right there, like so. And now you want to come up here to the arms. You want to open up the arm panels, rotate the fist in, close the arm panel. Same thing on the other side. And then you want to rotate these in and rotate the whole arm in. And you want to tab them in together at the center. Tab in the slot right there. And then they will tab in with that tab into that slot right there. I want to do that. And there you have, oh, I want to push his head in. And there you have Sideways in his motorcycle mode. And it's a pretty nice looking motorcycle mode. It does get a little kickstand, so you can sit it down, but it doesn't really need it because it has enough surface area there that it's not going to fall to the other side anyway. So there he is in his motorcycle mode. And if we bring in mirror, you can of course have him ride the motorcycle. So you want to slide his hands into over the handlebars. Oh, now I just popped off the arm, like so. Back in, and there you have mirror riding. Oh no, butt flap there. Riding Sideways, and there's Sideways in motorcycle mode. And in motorcycle mode, he looks pretty nice. He does have big saddlebags. Lots of all that gold paint that we didn't see in raw mode. Now it's plainly visible all the way. It does get the very dark, translucent black windshield. And he does get his head get some dials and gauges in there, interestingly enough. Yeah, all in all, pretty nice detailing. Lots of pegs and ports to tap things in. Yeah, overall pretty nice. I do really like them. Does get blue headlights, metallic blue headlights. It's the only bit of metallic blue anywhere on the figure. So yeah. And the wheels spin nice and freely, so it can in fact roll and will not fall over, which is a very good thing. Yeah, pretty nice. For comparison, here he is with the original, and surprisingly enough, he is larger in bike mode. This guy's larger in bike mode and the new one, while he was taller in robot mode than this guy. So yeah, kind of an interesting switch. There they are. Here he is with the other Voyager. What a Red Alert. And yeah, he's a huge bike in relation to Red Alert, but hey. Here he is with his free Wheeljack, aka Rampage. And again, huge bike. Looks kind of nice together. Here he is with Hotshot. Very nice. And last but not least, here he is with Legacy Prime. And again, He's larger than he should be. He's an $80 commander, so it must be larger. Now, last but not least, here he is with the original Deluxe class Optimus Prime. And they're okay. Yeah. Super huge. Bike mode. But hey, there he is. And overall, yeah, I think it's a decent upgrade. I mean, has some things I don't particularly enjoy about him, including the wheels on the back that just pop off at every chance they get. So I just think I shall keep them off. But yeah, you can. Oh shit! Sorry, you can tap him in there if you really want to. There he is. And yeah, overall, I think he does some good things better. I think the mirror combiner looks pretty nice. The individual ones, not so much, but yeah, I mean, the individual Unicrons are not the best. The combined mode mirror is actually pretty decent, so yeah, enjoy that. And yeah, he does some things better. It's a bit expensive, 42 bucks. I think if you can find them down on a clearance, like for under 40, like 35, I think it'd be okay. But yeah, overall, I think it's fun. It does quite a few things he needed to do. He replicates the features, he replicates the gimmicks. So yeah, all in all, I think he's pretty nice. I think it's a decent figure to go after if you want to complete the Armada updates. And yeah, that's it for today for Sideways and Mirror and Rook and Crosswise. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please follow us on Patreon, follow us on Blue Sky. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. It really helps us out. And ring that bell to get notified of future videos coming up. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.